Ministerial greetings. Welcome to a special edition of Cramping My Style, the show where we turn up the volume on all things period pain and everything in between. I'm your host, Candice Chirwa, also known as your favorite Minister of Menstruation, and this episode is part of Let's Talk Period, a bold bleeding edge campaign by Viva funded by GIZ that's turning period taboos into powerful conversations. We're not just here to laugh through the cramps. This campaign is all about action. Today's guest, he's the multi-talented music producer, DJ, filmmaker, and Johannesburg's very own creative powerhouse. But you might know him better as Jinji. He's known for his sick beats, eye for visuals, and his journey of pure resilience. But today, he's not behind the ones and twos. He's hooked up to the period pain simulator. But here's the twist. While we get into his journey, passions, and wild hypotheticals, with every question he answers, we crank the pain up a notch. So before we start, let's set the scene. In South Africa today, an estimated 3.7 million menstruators can't afford basic menstrual products. Period poverty isn't just a woman's issue, it's a human and social justice issue, and we need male allies to step up. So, Jinji, let's talk period. Jinji.
Candice.
How are you feeling about your first period before we get started?
I am ready.
I'm going to start you on level 2, which is very nice.
What happened to level 1?
I said by 2.
Oh,
you missed
jump
it
on
by
2. Oh.
Yeah, 2 by 2. Yeah, no. Relax.
I thought it was a gradual incline.
I'm the
not
captain.
You're
I'm
the
captain now.
Fizz?
All right. So you are a multi-talented creative DJ, producer, filmmaker. What drives your artistry and where do you pull inspiration from?
What drives my artistry? I think just the desire to create, which is why I'm a big fan of just tapping into the unknown or like the uncharted territories, both in my music and my filmmaking. So, yes.
Like, where do you drive this, pull this inspiration from? Like,
everyday life, like just speaking to people, inspirations, listening to a lot of music, watching a lot of films, just media, talking to people, conversations as well, just really spark a lot. So just everyday life, everything around me just inspires what.
So you that guy that's just always observing with binoculars outside your window and be like, this is everyday life.
I don't really think I'm that observant. I really just like bothering people, that's all. I just like bothering people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to bother you with 2 extra levels. We're on level 4.
Okay.
All right.
I'm feeling not too bad. I think I feel a bit of a zing.
The warm up.
Yeah, it's warming up.
Just
there we go. Now
okay.
I'm feeling it.
You're feeling something.
Now I'm feeling something.
Alrighty. I think you know very well how hard it is to always keep like the momentum when it comes to doing your work, and especially when the mission is big. So you want to either entertain or educate the masses.
Absolutely.
But then the resources,
Yeah. The resources.
You know, people want the Olympics, but then on a fun day, inter-school budget.
No.
And I'm sure
it's giving 5 rand for, CV's day so we can help fund. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm sure you've had to hustle your way, especially in Joburg scene, and trying to really bring about your creative process alive. But tell me when you've had a moment where you really wanted to give up, like how did you push through that?
I'll tell a story. I was still in school. For context, I went to film school.
Okay.
I was doing my certificate, and it was the whole big project that we kind of been building upon throughout the entire year. And it was about the last week of us having to film, and all the gear had been taken out from school.
Okay.
Everyone was kind of unavailable. I also kind of didn't have the money to do it all as well. Right?
Yeah.
It was just a moment of like, I broke down, literally. I cried. I cried. I was like, And it was, I think, one of the moments I remember in like my recent couple years where I was like, I really broke down, cried. But after I cried, I was like, okay, I need to make something happen. So I think that's just my thought process. I'll feel everything and I'll see what the solution is afterwards.
Right.
So to then answer your question more like thoroughly, I think it's just about persevering through like whatever like challenges you have, whether it be financially or whatever. I think kind of just like stick it out. Something will come up. You'll find something that'll fund the next thing. That'll fund the next thing. Because that's how it's always happened for me. The music will fund the filming, and the filming will fund the music, and it's a cycle.
It all comes. It's a cycle.
It's a
I see what
cycle.
you did there. Come on now. We're in the church of Jinji.
Come on.
I love it. I love
am
it.
the pastor here.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Sure.
I love it. No, and I think it's so, like what you mentioned about perseverance is super important. I think a lot of creatives just think as soon as you launch something, then everything's going to come your way. And you just have to keep up that momentum and consistency.
Of course.
And it's tough. It's tough. But when you're aligned with that mission,
of course, you'll start a lot of things that will just not work out in the beginning. I'll say in the beginning, if you don't feel like it's working out, then I think just stick to it long enough, then something fruitful will come from it. I'm pretty sure.
Amen.
I'm pretty sure.
Amen. Now we're going to go up.
We're going up.
We're going up.
Do you
see the spiritual gems we're dropping here? Okay.
The spirit is in the room right now.
It's incredible. Now we're at level 8.
We're at level 8, right?
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling stings now.
Okay.
I feel like the joints in my body are get pulsate.
Okay. That's what we love. All right. So, as you know, this episode is all about getting men to talk about menstruation. We put the men in menstruation. See what we did? See the creative?
I see.
You see the creative? So, from your perspective, why do you think it's still so hard for a lot of men to talk openly about periods? Is there any specific story that you have to share, like your first encounter of hearing about periods, and what was like that experience for you?
I think the reason why a lot of men don't talk about periods is just because men don't talk about anything, period. See what I did there? You see what I did there?
Listen, I'm feeling it.
But I think like men just don't talk about things often. I think it's very important you have a circle around you that is comfortable enough for you to be talking about these kinds of things. And especially when it comes towards I'm feeling it now.
Yeah, you're feeling it. Yeah.
Especially when it comes towards the female reproductive system and like all the things that happen within that as well. It's important for men to respect the fact that these things do happen and they do affect women like regularly, but it doesn't feel like it affects them, but it really does. So I think it's important for men to speak to each other about this type of thing, and then speak to women and as well, just to like, have both sides and be like, okay, I spoke to my boys about this. I don't know if you can give me your perspective and see how that happens. I never really had any trouble, speaking about this type of stuff. My mom's a nurse.
Okay.
So I think from a very young age, I knew about the reproductive system, both men and women. I knew what, different organs and, cycles and all that stuff. So it wasn't that big of a chat for me to be like, hey, women have periods.
Yeah.
It wasn't hey, this is what happens.
Sure.
No, I knew. So even when we were taught at school, it was like, oh, okay, yeah.
So you were passing biology. You were...
it was one of my favorite subjects in school, actually.
Love that. Shout out to the Mamzo.
Shout out Mamzo. She did a real one.
So you said something really important where it's like men need to talk to each other. And do you feel like that's what's needed to change then the way we think about menstrual health?
Yes. As long as there's someone progressive enough within that circle to talk about, because men can just speak. Men just speak. So you need someone that knows all this stuff, but then you also need, I feel like, a woman as well in that conversation, because I think like the mansplaining, you get caught in a lot of like the mansplaining bits of it. So you kind of need someone else to just kind of back up and be like, hey, this and this and this happens, so that you can further the conversation, like I mentioned earlier, touch a lot of people.
Love it. We're going to take you up. This time
also, I hope this is pressed on like properly.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no. I would be getting a little bit of alerting thing if it wasn't on your skin, but I think it should be fine.
So are we at like a 10?
So I'm putting you at 12 now.
We're at a 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking you over 10. You feeling anything?
I'm feeling a bit of a buzz.
Okay. I'll take a buzz.
Feeling a buzz.
Okay, so what's one moment in your life that fundamentally shaped your outlook or identity as an artist or as a man? And I know these questions it's giving Mr. South Africa, Mr. Universe.
You're putting me on the stand right now.
Yes, whilst going through period pain. That's the whole experience.
Of course.
And would you say that moment made you more open to understanding issues that may not affect you directly, such as periods?
I think so. So I think a moment that really, I think fundamentally changed me, or like maybe my outlook on life, was, I think, being perceived as something as I'm not. So I think I'd gotten a lot of like, not flag, but like a lot of people would tell me like, way back when, like, oh, I don't think are you a little fruity?
Oh,
You a little fruity?
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you gay? And I was like, no, not really, but like, I got it so often that like I started questioning myself that like, oh, like, is this something? And I'm like, no, man. I think I'm just the way that I am because I am the way that I am. So, yeah, I think that really changed the way that maybe people perceive me. But I really got comfortable with the fact that, you know, you might see me in that light, and I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine. And then in terms of being an artist, when I've been met with ridicule for the work that I've done, you know, because you know you're an artist, you want to explore, you want to create, you want to do all that stuff. Yeah. And you show them with the excitement of, oh, like I made this cool thing, and then you don't get the reaction that you expect, and it's like, oh, okay, I don't know if I'm good enough to be doing this right now. I should go back to the drawing board, and maybe it's just a thing of they didn't like it personally, but someone else will. So I think that's just how you have to navigate that. It builds that resilience, perseverance. Exactly. You mentioned. Okay, I'm going to take you up. And let's go up to 16. Feeling something? Yeah. Okay, that was super important there. What do you feel? Yes. This is when the dramatic music enters. Yes, pulse, Ganji. We're not even at like, I don't feel like we're at a...
Yeah, we're not even halfway.
We're not even halfway?
This goes up to level 50. What? Yeah. I'm glad I only mentioned this now and not before you. Okay. Okay, so I have a question for you, and I think this will be really interesting. If your music could only be heard by one group, toddlers, TikTokers, or your exes, who are you choosing?
I am choosing TikTokers.
Why?
I think they have the power to get my music heard by a lot of other people.
Okay.
But shout out to the toddlers as well. The toddlers really know. Toddlers are very honest.
Listen.
Children are very, very, very honest. Like, I will not take a child's opinion very lightly because they will tell you you're ugly, and you have to like respect that.
You have to embrace it.
Yeah, you have all mouth.
I think you need to have them in like your next listening session. Of course, okay, I'm about to drop this next.
If the kids don't vibe with it, then sorry, I have to go back to the drawing board.
You see, you get it. You get it. Okay, let's go up. So I'm going to take you to halfway, which is 25. Sit in it.
What? Okay. Yeah.
Let me let you sit in it.
Let's. Oh.
I don't know that artist. I don't know the who's that?
I'm feeling things. Don't
pretend here. It's fine. Like, you know, it's a safe space.
Yo. Okay.
Safe space.
Okay.
I love that moment.
I'd like to think I have a very, like, not very high, but like a fairly decent pain tolerance.
Okay.
But this is insane. I had to put my leg down.
Okay, cool. Has there ever been a time where you've broken something?
Not really broken something, but like I've scraped, like...
Scrapes?
No, not scraped, but like I've found damn things, and you know, I was a bit of a rugby player back then.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I've been bumped a couple times and all that. You know, you fall down, you do all these things, playing sports.
Rugby, it's so country duty.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Okay. I'm going to now take you to a level where...
Also, I hope you can see, like, I'm Nyajamba.
Yeah. Okay. You're at level 40. Now, I think our team is going to give you your laptop, your deadly device that's always entertaining the masses.
Of course.
And using your laptop, thank you. Let's hand it over here. Thank you very much. Yes. Here you go. So,
this...
Haven't even finished the question. Let me speak. It's taking up my space. Okay.
Yes.
Using your laptop, we'd like for you to create the sound design of period pain as a song. Bassline, tempo, samples. We're listening. And when people hear it, we want to know what you like. What emotion do you hope people will get from it? So this is your challenge.
Okay.
We're going to see you cook in real time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's... Okay. Let's... Every month. Oh,
yeah.
Yo. What I feel right now is this.
That's something.
Now what I feel is this. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Mind you, I still have 10 more levels.
You still have 10 more levels.
So, yeah. Ooh. And put you up here. It's got something. Woo, like I'm in a. I'm also gonna be on the ones and twos in here. Woo. And that's a cool ad-lib, I won't lie.
It's really cool. Yeah.
It sounds like an alarm.
All right.
And I wish I had this to like signal when my period's about to start. Like, is it difficult?
It's a bit difficult.
Like your body's just like...
It's so difficult.
To concentrate and also
so
creatively...
Oh my gosh.
We have 6 levels left.
We have
made it to 15.
6 levels.
Okay. Want to bump you up too?
Bump me.
Hey.
Beng jive, beng not feel pain. I was dancing. I was not feeling pain at
It's so good. I wish like the joy I'm eating right now versus the pain that it's just completely different. I wish every time we had
Oh my gosh.
we would listen to the song. Like I cannot think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Woo. Wow.
I think
We can go up.
No, you want to go up.
We can
Do you
go
think you can go
Can I
up?
stop this or
Do you think you can?
let's go up one?
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take you to 48. I guess your safe word is stop.
I'm gonna try and make it through. I'm gonna
Okay.
try and make it through. I'm gonna try.
That's awesome. So, based on what you're feeling on level 48, like, describe it to me whilst also trying to do this creative process, which is, I'm sure, comes easy to you without the period pain, but in this moment. Yes. Did you just
Jittery.
like...
I just twerked. I think I might have just twerked.
Yeah.
I feel jittery.
Okay.
Very immobile.
Mm.
I literally can't move my legs right now because I'm trying to ground myself. And that's literally what's happening. Every month.
Every month.
Every single month.
Every month.
Yeah.
Do you want to look into this camera and speak to every man in Zanzi and also possibly the world, because, you know, international?
Yeah.
And just tell them what they need to know about period pain and why it's important to be a menstrual ally.
Guys, it is very important that you sympathize and empathize with women that go through this every single month, because it is not fun. It is painful. It is painful. I will reiterate that. It is painful. So if you can, please be an ally to women with periods, because they go through a lot and they have to go through everyday life while feeling this. Mind you, everything, like people play sports on their period. So I think, yeah. Period.
I
can't even think properly. Sorry. But I feel like I've gotten my message across.
No, you did. You did so well. It's a wrap. And that's a wrap on today's deliciously chaotic episode of Cramping My Style. Huge shout out to the one and only Jinji for being an absolute champ and for cramping his way through vulnerability, banter, and beats. Remember, this show is about more than just laughs. It's about normalizing the conversation around periods, because nobody should feel ashamed for talking about something half the world experiences. Shout out to Let's Talk Period and Viva for joining the Minister of Menstruation and pushing the mission forward. And like I mentioned, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a dose of period positivity realness. Before you go, remember that you too can be a part of the change. The Let's Talk Period campaign is all about breaking the silence, smashing the stigma, and bringing men into the conversation not as spectators but as active, informed allies. Remember to drop a comment below on who you'd like to see on the show next, and one thing you've learned from this episode. It's time the world talked about menstruation, and that's on period.